Hey everyone! Welcome to Top 10 Insights. Thanksgiving is like right around the corner, you guys. Can you believe it? And you know what that means, right? It's time for turkey, stuffing, and a whole lot of fun facts about this awesome holiday. That's right. Today we're diving deep into 10 amazing Thanksgiving insights that'll make you the hit of your family dinner. We're talking surprising origins, crazy traditions, and maybe even a few turkey jokes along the way. You know me, gotta keep it light. So grab a slice of pumpkin pie, get comfy, and get ready for Top 10 Insights Thanksgiving Extravaganza. Let's do this thing! All right, buckle up, buttercups, because this first one's a doozy. You know how everyone always talks about the Pilgrims and the first Thanksgiving feast? Well, get this, there probably wasn't any turkey. I know, right? Mind blown. See, historians now think the Wampanoag tribe likely brought deer, duck, goose, fish, lobster, clams, berries, fruit, squash, and corn. Talk about a feast. But turkey? Not so much. And get this, they didn't have pumpkin pie either. Can you imagine? I mean, what's Thanksgiving without a giant slice of pumpkin-y goodness? Back then, they were all about desserts like hasty pudding and boiled plum pudding. Sounds interesting, right? But here's the thing that really gets me. The Wampanoag were the real MVPs of that first Thanksgiving. They taught the Pilgrims how to survive in the New World, how to cultivate the land, and basically how not to starve to death. Talk about unsung heroes. So this Thanksgiving, let's give a big shout out to the Wampanoag, the true masters of the Thanksgiving feast. Okay, let's talk turkey. Or should I say lions and camels? Because that's what they had at the first Macys Thanksgiving Day Parade. You heard me right. It all started back in 1924, and instead of giant balloons, they had real live animals from the Central Park Zoo marching down the streets of Manhattan. Can you imagine seeing a lion strolling down Broadway? Or a camel trying to hail a cab? It must have been pure chaos. And you thought getting stuck behind a slow float was bad. But here's the thing, the balloons didn't come until a few years later. The first ever giant balloon to grace the parade was none other than Felix the cat. That's right, the cool cat himself. And you know what? He started a trend. Because after Felix, everyone wanted in on the balloon action. So next time you're watching those giant balloons float by, just remember, it all started with a bunch of zoo animals on parade. Only in America, am I right? Okay, folks, let's talk dessert. Pumpkin pie is the reigning champ of Thanksgiving, but it wasn't always this way. Back in the day, pumpkin pie had to fight for its place at the table. Early Thanksgivings featured hasty pudding and boiled plum pudding. But they don't exactly scream Thanksgiving, do they? So how did pumpkin pie become the icon it is today? We can thank Abraham Lincoln for that. When he declared Thanksgiving a national holiday in 1863, pumpkin pie got a major boost in popularity. Now Americans gobble down over 50 million pumpkin pies every Thanksgiving. So this Thanksgiving, enjoy your slice of pumpkin-y goodness. And remember, it's a true American classic, thanks to Abe Lincoln. All right, folks, let's get real for a second. Thanksgiving isn't just about stuffing our faces with delicious food. It's about giving thanks, showing gratitude, and helping those in need. The tradition of sharing food goes way back to Native American harvest celebrations. Today, millions keep that spirit alive by volunteering and donating. 1 in 6 Americans relies on food banks and Thanksgiving food drives. So this Thanksgiving, let's remember the true meaning of the holiday. Be thankful and find ways to give back. Every little bit makes a difference. Okay, folks, let's talk about the best part of Thanksgiving, the food. And no, I'm not just talking about turkey and stuffing. Because let's be real, Thanksgiving is like a giant culinary melting pot, with families across America putting their own unique spin on the traditional feast. Take Hawaii, for example. They often ditch the turkey and serve up Kalua pig, a traditional Hawaiian dish cooked in an underground oven. Or how about Texas? They love their tamales, a delicious corn-based dish that's steamed in corn husks. Talk about a flavor explosion. And let's not forget about our Italian-American friends. They often add lasagna to their Thanksgiving spread because, let's face it, who can resist layers of pasta, cheese, and meaty goodness? Not me, that's for sure. The point is, Thanksgiving is as diverse as the people who celebrate it. So this year, why not step outside the box and try something new? You might just discover your new favorite Thanksgiving tradition. All right, folks, let's talk turkey pardons. You know, that time-honored tradition where the President of the United States gets to pardon a lucky turkey from becoming someone's dinner? It's a little wacky, a little weird, but hey, it's tradition. But have you ever wondered how this whole thing got started? Well, legend has it that it all began with good old honest Abe Lincoln and his son Tad. Seems Tad had befriended a turkey destined for the Thanksgiving table and begged his dad to spare the bird's life. And being a good dad, Abe agreed. Of course, the official turkey pardon didn't become a thing until much later, but the story of Abe and Tad's turkey lives on. These days, those pardoned turkeys are treated like VIPs. They get flown to Washington, D.C., stay in fancy hotels, and even get their own press conferences. Talk about living the good life. So next time you see the president pardoning a turkey, remember, it all started with a compassionate kid, a loving dad, and a very lucky bird. All right, folks, let's get real for a second. We all know that saying thank you is the polite thing to do. But did you know that practicing gratitude can actually make you happier? It's true. Science says so. Studies have shown that taking the time to appreciate the good things in your life can boost your mood by a whopping 25%. That's like a happiness explosion. And who doesn't want a little more happiness in their lives? So this Thanksgiving, why not start a gratitude jar? It's easy. Just grab a jar, some paper and pens, and have everyone write down something they're grateful for. Then read them aloud after dinner. It's a fun, meaningful way to connect with loved ones and spread a little Thanksgiving cheer. Trust me, taking the time to appreciate the good things, big or small, can make a world of difference. So go ahead, spread the gratitude. It's contagious. Okay, folks, let's talk Black Friday. You know, that crazy shopping extravaganza that happens the day after Thanksgiving? People go wild for deals, camping out in front of stores, battling crowds, all in the name of saving a few bucks. It's madness. But here's a fun fact. Before Black Friday became a thing, Thanksgiving Day itself was a shopping bonanza. Yep, back in the early 1900s, stores would stay open late on Thanksgiving, offering sales, raffles, and all sorts of enticements to lure in shoppers. But then, President Franklin D. Roosevelt came along and shook things up. He decided to move Thanksgiving up a week, hoping to boost retail sales during the Great Depression. And guess what? It worked. Black Friday was born. So next time you're braving the Black Friday crowds, remember, it all started with a presidential decree and a desire to boost the economy. Who knew history could be so thrifty? All right, folks, let's talk turkey and touchdowns. Because let's face it, Thanksgiving and football go together like turkey and stuffing. It's a tradition as American as apple pie. But have you ever wondered how this beautiful pairing came to be? Well, it all started back in 1876, when two college rivals, Yale and Princeton, decided to have a Thanksgiving Day showdown on the gridiron. And guess what? It was a hit. So much so that football on Thanksgiving became a thing. These days, the NFL's Thanksgiving Day games are some of the most watched broadcasts of the year. Families gather around the TV, cheering on their favorite teams, while simultaneously stuffing their faces with delicious food. It's a beautiful thing. And here's a fun fact. Americans consume a staggering 8 million pounds of guacamole during Thanksgiving football games. That's a whole lot of guac. So next time you're enjoying the Thanksgiving Day football festivities, remember? It's a tradition that dates back over a century. All right, folks, let's talk Turkey Trots. You know those fun runs that happen on Thanksgiving morning? People dress up in wacky costumes, run or walk a few miles, and then reward themselves with a hearty Thanksgiving feast. It's a great way to get some exercise and work up an appetite. But did you know that the Turkey Trot is actually the oldest organized foot race in America? Yep, it all started way back in 1896 in Buffalo, New York, with a whopping 6 runners. That's right, just 6. They probably didn't even need a starting line. But guess what? That little race sparked a national phenomenon. These days, millions of people participate in turkey trots every year, burning billions of calories before indulging in their Thanksgiving feasts. It's a beautiful thing. So next time you're thinking about skipping your morning jog on Thanksgiving, remember, it's not just a run, it's a tradition. And who knows, you might even burn off enough calories to justify that second slice of pumpkin pie. From turkey pardons to tamales, Thanksgiving is more than just a meal. It's a celebration of gratitude, culture, and community. It's about coming together with loved ones, sharing stories, and creating memories that will last a lifetime. So this Thanksgiving, let's remember to give thanks for all the good things in our lives, big and small. Let's reach out to those in need and spread a little Thanksgiving cheer. And most importantly, let's enjoy every delicious bite of that Thanksgiving feast. If you learned something new today, give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to your channel name for more fun facts and holiday cheer. And be sure to let me know in the comments below what your favorite Thanksgiving tradition is. Happy Thanksgiving, everyone!